Hello and welcome to FBNC News. I'm Hạnh Nguyen.
I'm Trinh Lê and these are our headlines.
Vietnam requires face mask wearing in public places amid Covid-19. Bac Ninh seeks revival of Đồng folk painting.
In Ho Chi Minh City, drought threatens shortage of water supply. Smuggling medical supplies over borders on red alert.
In an effort to stem the spread of the coronavirus, as of the 16th of March, Vietnam requires all Vietnamese and foreigners to wear masks in public areas. In Vietnam, people are now required to wear masks in crowded places such as supermarkets, airports, railway stations, bus stations, or public transport. In backing this, the Ministry of Industry and Trade, together with the Ministry of Health, orders respective bodies to ensure the production and supply of quality masks to meet the demand. All passengers on domestic and international flights to and from Vietnam must wear face masks during their entire flight and when entering airport terminals. Vietnam has informed the diplomatic representative agencies, consular offices and representative missions of international organizations in Vietnam about the new requirements. By 3 p.m. Monday local time, Vietnam confirmed 57 cases of COVID-19.
The southern region of Vietnam has been in a severe drought season with a serious saline intrusion. This is considered even more severe than the historic drought in 2016.
Ho Chi Minh City is less affected by the saline intrusion. Drought, however, threatens to cause a shortage of water supply for daily use and production activities of a mega city of over 10 million people.
Thủ Đức water plant has a design capacity of 750,000 cubic meters a day. There is an online monitoring system, but to ensure water quality, the output must be examined by physical staffs. In the middle of the drought season, with the risk of saline and polluted water taken directly from the Saigon-Đồng Nai River, the monitoring process of water quality is conducted every hour of the day repeatedly. Currently, the Saigon Water Corporation provides nearly 1.9 million cubic meters of clean water to people in Ho Chi Minh City through 7 water plants and several pumping stations, with a total design capacity of water plants currently reaching about 2.4 million cubic meters a day. The city can ensure adequate supply of clean water to its people. However, water shortage might be possible due to saline intrusion and prolonged drought, which will put great pressure on water plants. From early March, the south has reached the peak of this year's drought season. Along with hot weather, the number of days without rain increased, causing the demand for water for daily use and production also increased. Ensuring clean water for more than 10 million people in the city during the drought season is an inevitable task. The collaboration of many bodies, including water plants, scientists, researchers, hydrometeorological forecast agency, and every citizen is a must in order to avoid a possible water crisis.
Despite being heavily affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, export from Vietnam to China saw an increase last month, especially in the electronics sector. The General Department of Customs reports that in February, Vietnam's export value to China reached over $2.7 billion, bringing the total value in the first 2 months of 2020 to nearly $5.5 billion, an increase of more than $800 million, equivalent to a growth rate of about 7.6% compared to the same period of 2019. The increase of export value to China was mainly contributed by the growth of 2 major groups: computers, electronic products, phones and components. Agricultural products exported to China still face many obstacles and have not fully recovered.
And according to the General Department of Vietnam Customs, the country exported 1,049 tons of lobsters to markets around the world in 2019, a 5 to 9 times increase compared to the year before that. Notably, while lobsters exported to China and Hong Kong have an average price of 400,000 to 560,000 Vietnamese dong per kilogram, exported prices to Thailand are super cheap, with the average of 160,000 Vietnamese dong per kilogram. This is an unprecedented price for lobsters sold from farms in Phú Yên and Khánh Hòa. Many believe that this is a form of trade fraud in export, with the price agreed between the buyer and seller in order to evade taxes. Explaining the difference, the General Director of Vietnam Customs said that exports of lobsters to China and other countries, including Thailand, are mostly through non-quota routes. Possibly, many enterprises still have unclear declarations, leading to the mixed-up in prices. This answer has been unimpressed by the public, and there has been a request for further investigation.
Vietnam is at risk of losing Đông Hồ folk painting handicraft. Bac Ninh province has completed a dossier for submission to UNESCO's Education, Science and Culture Organization to have the handicraft put on the list of intangible cultural heritage. The dossier was completed and submitted to the Standing Committee of the National Cultural Heritage on the 3rd of March. Đông Hồ folk painting is a traditional handicraft born hundreds of years ago. According to some research papers, the creator of Đông Hồ folk painting were the residents of Đông Hồ village in Bac Ning's Thuận Thành district. Đông Hồ paintings bear significant historical, cultural and artistic values, but up to now, only 3 households with about 33 people from 4 generations can create such paintings. The majority of households turn to votive paper product for income security. Nevertheless, many households still want to get back to painting, part of their heritage.
That has been our FBNC News for today. Thank you for watching.
And until next time, goodbye.